Getting a very big breaking news at this point of time, and that is that Harry Brook, who recently pulled out of the upcoming IPL season 2025, will now be banned for the next 2 years of the IPL season. We have talked about this earlier as well, and we did report this on Sports Today earlier that there could be a possibility where Harry Brook could be absolutely sidelined from the Indian Premier League for the next 2 years, because this was the rules set by the BCCI before the mega auctions. So I'll just quickly tell you what the exact rule was. So basically, if any player who put his name in the auction and then withdrew himself from the upcoming season, be after getting sold to any franchise, then he will not be able to be part of the Indian Premier League, neither for the mega nor for not for the two mini auctions that will follow. So like we know, there's a 3 year cycle where 1 year is the mega auction, and then for 2 years we see mini auctions. But if one player gets into the IPL during the mega auction and then decides to pull himself out of the season for personal reasons or reasons like Harry Brook gave. Harry Brook has said that he decided to pull out of the season because he wanted to focus for England cricket. He wanted to do well for England cricket. There has been constant scrutiny on the English batter, who is touted to be the next captain of the England team as well. He was supposed to, he said that I'm going to focus more towards my duties for my country and will not be part of the IPL this time. Harry Brook was bought by the Delhi Capitals, and it was said that there was a very high possibility that he might even start for the Delhi Capitals. But just before the season, he decided to pull himself out. And now we had told you that as the rule suggested, that any player who pulls himself out will be ruled out, will not be accepted and will not be part of the IPL for the next 2 seasons. And that's exactly what now we are confirming here on Sports Today, that as per top IPL governing council sources, this is our Sports Today exclusive on Sports Today here only, where they have clearly mentioned that no, Harry Brook will not be entertained for the coming 2 seasons. This is going to be a very big jolt for Harry Brook, because this year there is no T20 cricket, no T20 World Cup. But next year is the T20 World Cup, and that T20 World Cup will be played in India. And at that point, lots of players from around the globe will want to be part of the biggest league in the world at this point, so that they can acclimatize to the Indian conditions and in the format that the World Cup is to be played. And Harry Brook will now unfortunately miss his chance to actually mold himself to the Indian conditions, so that he is ready with his team for the next T20 World Cup. Now, this is going to be a very, very big jolt. Till now, he's the only one who has decided to withdraw his name from the auction, and the Indian Premier League Governing Council has already taken a harsh step. Our reporters have talked to top BCCI officials, and they have confirmed it to us here on Sports Today that he will not be entertained and not be part of the IPL for the next 2 seasons. This is going to be a very big jolt, even bigger jolt for Harry Brook rather than the Delhi Capitals, because Delhi Capitals will have options. They can sign anybody. They have options of a Devolve Brevis. They have Pretorius from South Africa, whom they can sign. Many other Indian options as well, who can be signed and can replace a Harry Brook. Harry Brook anyways does not have a very tremendous record in the IPL. He definitely has the potential, but till now hasn't done anything great in Indian conditions. So the Delhi Capital franchise can still look for replacements for him, but it's going to be a big, big jolt for Harry Brook, who will not be able to play the IPL for the next 2 years. And like you all know, each player in the world wants to play IPL at some point in their careers, because it is one of the biggest leagues. The standard of cricket over here cannot be matched all across the globe, and every player wants to be part of the cash-rich league. And not just the money, it's also the exposure they are getting. But the bigger jolt maybe Harry Brook realizes will be next season, when his all England teams players will want to play the Indian Premier League, and they might be playing so that they can get ready for the 26 T20 World Cup. But Harry Brook will miss out on those 2 months where he could get really, really well prepared for the auctions. Even if Delhi Capitals decides to retain him, he will still not be allowed to play the IPL for the next 2 seasons. And this is a very big development that we are getting to know from the IPL, because these rules were definitely out there in the open. These rules were set out, but till the time it's not done, till the time we don't see it from our eyes, we do not believe it. But now we are seeing it from our eyes. The rules were set. The player has decided to pull out. All the players were warned earlier. If they did not want to play, they could have just kept their name out of of the auction. If Harry Brook would have decided this before the mega auction and decided that maybe his name, he could have not given his name for the auction, then he could have easily been part of the next mini auction. But that's now not going to be the case. He will not be part of the mini auction for the coming 2 seasons, and that is going to be a very, very big jolt to Harry Brook, who will now be focusing for the England cricket team. He can focus all he wants for his English team, but next year when his English team would need a Harry Brook who has done well in Indian conditions, that he will lose the opportunity over there, because 2 months where he could have gotten really well acclimatized to the Indian conditions ahead of the T20 World Cup next year, that opportunity will now be lost for him. That's all that I'm getting from you for now, from this live that I'm done from you. It's breaking. I'll just tell you again, Harry Brook has been banned from the next 2 seasons of the IPL. This year he's anyways pulled out, so 3 years no Harry Brook in the Indian Premier League. And is it really a loss for the Indian Premier League? I don't think so, because players from all the world come. If somebody is at loss, it's only Harry Brook and at max the English Cricket Board, who will now have a Harry Brook who will be banned from the Indian Premier League. But for now, that is all that I've got. So stay tuned to Sports Today for more such updates, for all the news that's coming around the world from across sports. We will get you covered. So if you haven't subscribed to Sports Today till now, do not forget to press the subscribe button. And if you like this video, do give us a like. Do not forget to press the bell icon, so that as soon as we are live or there's anything exciting coming your way, you guys get to know first. Lots more content coming your way as we are building up towards the IPL. But for now, that is all that I've got for you. Signing off.